So earlier I spoke about coming to Costa Rica on a tourist visa. So how that works. Obviously you need a valid passport to enter the country. And each country might have their own rules, or Costa Rica will have their rules for that country. But I know that for Canada and the United States, when I enter the country, I must have with me, obviously, my valid passport. It's imperative. You don't get in without it. You also must show that you are leaving within 6 months, the date you are leaving. If you're coming by plane, at least, they want to see a plane ticket outward, or a plane ticket out of the country. That's fine, you gotta leave anyway. Now, I'm not completely sure how that works when you come in by car, or by land, or by boat. I don't even know how to do that. But they want to know you're leaving. So if you're coming in by plane, you need to show a ticket out of the country at some point before 6 months. So don't buy a one-way ticket. Now, there are ways, you're not exactly sure when you're leaving, there are ways to get around that. What some people do, I'm not saying I do it, but what some people do is they'll go to a website called Onward Ticket, and for like $10, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, I don't know, but you can buy a valid ticket. They will email it to you, show you the receipt, and give you the boarding pass. Well, not the boarding pass, but your confirmation. And so you can use that as your outgoing ticket. Of course, you don't really have a physical ticket. What other people do is they buy a two-way plane ticket within the 6 months, and make sure you have the option to, within a certain time frame, change that to a different date. Still got to leave within 6 months. So, now, if you've ever had experience of flying in and saying you have not purchased an outgoing ticket and still been able to schmooze the customs officer, say that you'll buy a ticket later and they let you in, let me know in the comments, because everything I've learned, you need, if you're coming in by plane, you need to show you are leaving within 6 months. So you need an outgoing ticket. So people use Onward Ticket, or people buy their two-way ticket knowing when they're going to leave, or they buy a two-way ticket with the option of changing the date. And other people will buy a one-way ticket in and they'll buy a one-way ticket out, and then again have it open-ended. You can change the date, or a couple days after they land, they cancel that ticket, get their money back. Just make sure whatever ticket you buy has that option, or the option to change it, or use Onward Ticket. So there's some free advice.